Year is typically a busy travel season for the islands.
But instead of getting more visitors as we get closer to Christmas, there's been a recent decrease in the number of tourists.
KITV4's Paul Drews now joins us live in studio and reports on why there may be fewer people flying in for the holidays.
Well, there are many reasons why travelers come here for the holidays, including a break from the cold weather and extended time off for families. And for many Hawaii businesses, the holidays can be a big boost to their bottom line.
This is definitely going to be one of our busiest times of the year.
During the holidays, Suru Tantan at the Royal Hawaiian Shopping Center is not only fully staffed, but has even more workers preparing and serving udon than before the pandemic. But that's because, even though it's in the heart of Waikiki, it also caters to locals. And the lunch crowd on this day, about half visitors and half Hawaii residents.
We are exceeding pre-COVID numbers, which is a good sign for us. We are supported by a strong Kamaina local following. We do offer Kamaina discounts and things like that to try and bring the local crowds in.
We've been seeing a lot of local support.
How much has that local support helped Stussy Hawaii?
We've been seeing at least quadrupling from before the pandemic, which is really neat to see. The support really got us through the pandemic, honestly. And we don't know who's going to be coming in, whether it be international, the Japanese are going to come in, mainland. The only ones we can rely on are the local people.
Because of the mix of clientele, those businesses have not been hurt by the drop in airline arrivals, which increased for much of this month, then dropped over the past week. Part of the reason for fewer passengers could be rising concerns over a recession on the mainland.
There is concern about whether we're going to be entering a period of recession and whether that is going to have any impact on travel going forward.
While internationally, a poor exchange rate makes a Hawaiian vacation even more expensive.
Every key country that feeds international business as of today into Hawaii. If you look at Japan, you look at China, Southeast Asia, Korea, Canada, South America, and even Europe, all their currencies are much, much weaker than the dollar.
Meanwhile, staying in Hawaii hotels has become even more expensive. Last month's average Waikiki hotel room rate increased nearly 20% since last year, jumping from $206 a room per night to $246. Those rising hotel prices may be part of the reason occupancy rates still remain below pre-pandemic levels. And even with those numbers and the latest dip in airline arrivals, hoteliers are still expecting a strong holiday season, according to the Hawaii Tourism and Lodging Association, and they're optimistic for 2023 when they expect to see a widespread return of Japanese travelers. Reporting live, Paul Drews, KITV4 Island News.
Thank you, Paul. While fewer travelers are coming to the islands, officials at the Transportation Security Administration expect nationwide travel to reach near pre-pandemic levels over the next few days. TSA says passenger volume hit a high not seen since Thanksgiving of 2019, and that trend is likely to be repeated. To try to help with congestion at airports nationwide, a text helpline is available to answer questions. Just text the word travel to Ask TSA.
Well, hotels across the state saw a jump in revenue last month. That's according to the Hawaii Tourism Authority's Hotel Performance Report for November. HTA says both the average daily rate and the occupancy rate were up compared to November of last year. Compared to numbers in November of 2019, both the ADR and the revenue per available room were higher, but last month's occupancy rate was down. Statewide hotel room revenues totaled more than $403 million last month, and room demand was up 17.6% compared to last year. HTA says Maui County hotels led the state in November with a revenue per available room of $351.